All right, guys, for our strength today, we are doing some push jerk work. So this is going to be a 10-minute EMOM. So every minute for 10 minutes, we're going to do the push jerk. All right, this is going to start off with 3 rounds of 3 reps. Then we're going to keep adding weight, and that's going to go to 3 rounds of 2 reps. And then the last 4 rounds will be a single rep as the weight gets heavier, okay? Those last 4 rounds should feel like 9 out of 10 effort. All right, so push jerk review. First, always find your grip. I always talk about this. Come out of the rack in the best position possible. All right, so as I come under the bar, it's not a full front rack, right? Because we're gonna be pressing, so try to get as much of your hands around the bar as you can while feeling that bar on your shoulders, and my elbows are at about 45 degrees. I stand straight up, take a step back. My feet start under my hips, okay? Big chest, I'm gonna dip and drive and catch in that partial squat. When I receive the bar, my feet slide out to about a squat stance and my arms are straight. I finish by standing up, okay? Bring the bar back down. When you're doing multiple reps, right? Bring your feet back in and go again. Stand and reset, okay? Bar back in the rack. All right, so main thing we talk about here is using your legs to create the power. So when I dip and drive, I sit straight down into my heels. We don't want the bar to come forward at all. That's gonna lead to a potential forward lift, right? So you really sit back into the heels and then drive up aggressively with the legs, all right? If you have tight shoulders or you're new to this movement, you can just do a push press if you'd like to learn how to dip and drive. So this is a little less technical. So you don't jump, so you just dip and drive it straight up overhead. So you can always work that push press if you need, okay? So that's the push jerk, building to a heavy single over 10 minutes. Let's talk about conditioning. All right, guys, we got a fun conditioning for you. Very straightforward. It's gonna be 7 minutes, as many reps as you can do of squat, clean, and jerks, all right? The weight is meant to be slightly heavier than you're used to doing in conditioning. So the prescribed weight is 185 for guys, 125 for women. Again, that's just a guideline. Again, just think a little heavier than you normally do in the workouts, all right? The standards here are that you have to hit it's going from the ground. You have to go through a full depth squat and then up with the bar overhead. So there's a couple options that you can do here, all right? If it's light enough or you're strong enough, you can technically do a squat, clean thruster to get the bar overhead. So this would be when you're feeling fresh, we're gonna do something fast, set up on the ground, pull, squat, and then you can just drive it straight up overhead, okay? Most people are gonna be dropping the weight every single rep. All right, let's talk about another technique. If I do a squat clean, but I'm getting tired, I'm gonna stand up first, do the squat clean, stand up, and then do a jerk. Okay, so let's say I start to get really tired and the push jerk is starting to feel a little funky. I can even do a split jerk. So again, squat clean, reset. When I'm really getting tired, I'm struggling to get that bar overhead, okay? That might be an option I take as well. All right, so the idea here is challenging weight. If you have any issues with the squat, feel free to substitute power cleans if you want. That would really change this workout. But if you need to, you could do power clean to overhead, something like that, all right? So for those that are just learning, brand new to the Olympic lifts, focus more on skill here, and we always break this up. So you might do a deadlift, so set up at the bottom, stand up first, and then go from here, and then find your feet, then do a squat, then go overhead with like a push press, something like that. Okay, so if you're brand new to this, you're not going super heavy, you can break it up into the different parts like that to feel the movements. 7 minutes, as many reps as you can do, and there's a finisher today as well. All right, guys, our finisher today, we have a dumbbell bench press variation and some lunging. So it's gonna be 4 sets for quality. The dumbbell bench press is called a hex variation, and the way that basically is a narrow grip variation. So check out what it looks like. You're gonna set yourself up with a set of dumbbells, okay? And you're gonna keep the dumbbells together the entire time. So the edges of the hexagonal dumbbell are pressing against each other and all the way down to the chest, all the way back up, all right? So that's the variation, all right? You're gonna do 8 reps, all right? Feel free to build and wait if you're not sure, all right? then from there, you're going to go to 12 reverse lunges starting off of an elevated object. So most people will use a 45-pound dumbbell. We always talk about with our lunges, make sure that you have that balance point. So you're going to step back at a deeper position, tap the knee, then drive back up. You're going to do 12 total steps. Okay, so tap the knee, drive back up. So if that's easy with your body weight, then add some dumbbells. You don't have to do rack. You can just hold them at your side like this and tap and stand. So 6 on each leg. All right, that's our finisher today, guys. See you tomorrow.